Lord Percival, how is the car? You like it?
Hello, babe.
Ferrari's mentality in 2022 completely screwed up their 2022 season. But with the new team principal coming in, a brand new car that looks goddamn great, they have a new chance at actually winning the title in 2023. The team principal that they brought in, the mentality that's being talked about now in Ferrari, the upgrades that are now being shown on the SF-23. These are my reasons as to why Ferrari could be the winner in 2023. First of all, speaking about the car, it is not a complete redesign to our eyes when we're looking at it, but the actual guy that made the chassis and works into the aero department talks about how the car is actually a lot different to what they had, and it is a complete redesign on the internal and external part. To what we can see, obviously the side pods aren't as drastic as before. They don't have that boat effect as before as much as it was in 2022. Sure, they still do have it. They added another cooling vent onto the side pods, and they did something that a lot of people are actually looking into. And from what I've looked into, the actual part that is also on the side pod but also on the bottom of the floor, that has this almost like S shape to get to the top. Look at the in-between part of the floor, or in the actual chassis itself, there is a little opening. And if you look on the side pod, there's also an opening. So they went with this almost S-shaped type cooling that is going to help with the actual electrical components of the SF-23. This is a new part about it, and we do know that the cooling was a huge problem in Ferrari. They are definitely focused on making sure that that engine can run at 100%. Ferrari keeps talking about the actual car not being able to run to its full capacity. They have given numbers that up to 3 to 5 tenths off of engine power alone on any track in the 2023 season they can gain. If that's off of engine power alone, I could just imagine off of the aero that they've done, the gains that they're going to make. They've already claimed that in the simulator it is a second faster than it was in 2022. That is a big claim, but you know what? Ferrari comes with big claims, but they can usually back it up. Other things on the car that have changed. The actual side pods are a little bit thinner. They're not exactly like they were last year, but very close. Not too much to be done there. The little wings around the halo, that is also a change as well. The front wing is a big one. We know that Aston Martin actually ran that front wing to where the nose was not going down to the very bottom of the wing. Ferrari changed that and kind of went into that Aston Martin way, which is kind of funny because no other team really wanted to go along with that type of design last year, and now they changed to it. So they must have found something that is different. Another change to the car is that the actual back end of the car is a lot skinnier this year than it was last year. And it was pretty skinny last year, but now it is definitely that more what we call the Coke bottle shape. Something with both the 2022 and the 2023 car is that the actual top part of the car, the top part of the floor, is a lot smaller than other cars. A lot of other teams have focused on the top part of the floor being a lot more bigger and wider, but they definitely went with a lot skinnier of a design because the actual side pods go so far out and they focus a lot on the top aero. We don't know how the floor actually looks on the bottom part about it, but that is essential to the car being amazing, and I could just imagine what they've done there in comparison to last year. But besides the car, what can Ferrari do to actually make their championship hopes be alive this year? Well, we know that reliability is a problem that they had in 2022. We also know that the team was not structured, in my opinion, in the right way. The strategy department was bad. The actual team principal leading the team. Now, I'm not saying blame culture is a good thing, but there has to be almost a compromise on, listen, we screwed up here, let's learn from it, and let's go on. Instead of, oh, we didn't mess up, oh, this and that. No, Fred Vassuer is here to change that, and I think that is a very important part. People at the factory are already talking about that Fred Vassuer has made a lot of friends around the factory, and they already call him by Fred, which sounds funny, but that is an essential thing. He's already taking lessons on Italian, actually, to speak with some of the engineers if he needs to in Italian. He is doing what is needed from a team principal to actually stick it down to the team and let them know, listen, we're in for the championship. Matteo, at somewhere in the halfway part of the season, already talked about Ferrari being way ahead of what they expected, and it was their goal to fight for wins. Listen, if you're in a title fight, you don't say that. Fred has already came out and said, we are in for the title. That is what is expected of us in 2023, and we are here to win. That is the right mentality And that is the Ferrari mentality that I know of. You watch movies, you watch really anything with Ferrari. They are the franchise of F1. F1 barely exists without Ferrari. So you want Ferrari to be that team to be like, listen, it is our time to go and this is our time to shine. Plus, it would be pretty cool to see Charles Leclerc be an actual winner in 2023. Why not get a different champion? I mean, it's been like the same people. It's only been Max and Lewis in the past 7 or 8 years. So it'd be nice to have a change up since 2016, really. So 7 years. So with the change, with Fred Vassuer coming in, with really the car looking a lot different, and the numbers that we are hearing at Ferrari, I feel like this year is an essential one for Ferrari in either a great way or a terrible way. And I made my predictions that they're actually going to end up being the third in the constructors, but it sure does give me a lot of hope looking at like what they've been talking about, how the car looks, one of the best launches to actually come out. What are your guys' thoughts on Ferrari, and do you guys think they have it in them to win it for this year? Please let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of Ferrari, and where are they finishing this year? Please leave a like, subscribe. It would mean the world, and peace.